Submarine says, how would you react if you found out you were going to be the father for triplets? Ah. Well, what I would do is I would immediately pick a favorite right out the gate. No matter what that one did, I would be like, dude, this is the best thing imaginable. That's amazing. Let me put you in a special program for the gifted. The first one would be treated just amazingly. Second one, I wouldn't be mean to. Mean is the wrong word. I wouldn't like be nasty or shitty to him or something like that. What I would do is I would just be disappointed a lot. Son, well, at least you tried. You know, I'd say things like that. And the third one, I wouldn't even speak to him. I would look at him with utter indifference. And then what I would do is I would just track what happens to these kids. I would track it. See what happens. See, there's no punchline. It's actually the beginning to an experiment. I'm a psychopath? Maybe sociopathic, maybe is the word I would go for. Look at this zombie chow off the top. Best father NA. I think that's pretty good. Do some science there. It's a really elaborate method of child abuse. Jesus, dude. No, you know what? Here's an elaborate method. Here's what I would do. All right, if I had a kid, this is what I would do. And let's assume that I had access to infinite money, right? What I would do if I had infinite money and a kid, I would create something akin to what's the name? The Truman Show. Just like a whole alternate world for this kid, right? It would be like a sort of like a small town and stuff, and we would do like pull the you know, the ruse in front of him to the tears, right? It would be to the tears, to a T, to the nines. There we go. We would do it to an extreme degree. We would have like a fake internet for him to surf and shit. He would travel a lot, and we would like have the plane lift off and have like a projected world rotating. He thinks he's been all over the place. He hasn't been anywhere, dude. This guy has been in one place for the whole time. He doesn't know that though. He has no clue. He doesn't have a clue. Okay. So then, in this world, I would ensure that he played video games, right? Get in there, but in the false reality I created, the one game that would be televised, that would be the esport that everyone played, would be some terrible game, some terrible RTS like Cops vs. the Martians. This would be like a really, truly awful game. No! Okay, that's fine. But he would be like, oh my god, Cops vs. Martians, this game. Oh my god, I want to be the best Cops vs. Martians player. And as a supportive father figure, I'd be like, son, I believe in you. And he would practice and practice and practice and get better and better, and we would have like fake world tournaments, and we'd get like, you know, 100,000 dollar prize pool for these tournaments. We'd get like 40 fake internet analysts like making long posts being like, oh my god, Sean's son Marvin. I don't know what the name of my kid is, but it's Marvin here because he's kind of, I want him to have like a name that's hard to have, like Marvin. Just be like, oh my god, Marvin is the best player in the world. And he'd be like, holy shit, now I think I'm actually getting like pretty good. Wow. He'd be like freaking out. He'd be proud of himself, right? He'd be really happy. And then what we would do,
that belongs in a museum.
We'd have like a world championship. He would go to it. He would be super excited. Hopefully gonna go win the world championship. And when he lands and he gets off the airplane, that's when he's in reality. And it's like, boom! Nobody plays that game.
To my side.
And Marvin would be like, what do you mean? I've been training for Cops vs. Martians my whole life. What about the World Championship? It's like, now people play MOBAs. Oh, man. I'm gonna do this. You want to play Cops versus Martians? I think that's actually a game. Cops versus Martians. Isn't that a game? Worst RTS games ever. I feel like I looked this up. Stalin versus the Martians. I don't know, I like the ring of Cop versus Martians. Cop versus Martians is a little better. That's a pretty good one.
You win.
You lost. Cops versus the Martians. That game would be pretty cool. Can you imagine the mechanics? The cops roam highways looking to fill their monthly quota of speeding tickets, and the Martians have actual lasers.